You on a French stream. Keep up the good run and take care of Mr. MV. For those of you just tuning in, we just saw Kefka play Chameleon Twist. Next up, we're going to have GEC64, played by AlbinoAlbatross. This is Summer Games Done Quick. We are the speedrunning community at Speedrun Demos Archive and SRL, Speedruns Live. We are doing this charity marathon for Doctors Without Borders. It is an international medical humanitarian organization created by doctors and journalists in France in 1971. Today, MSF provides independent, impartial assistance to over 60 countries to people whose survival is threatened by violence, neglect, or catastrophe, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, natural disasters. In 1999, MSF received the Nobel Peace Prize for their efforts.
Yeah. There it is.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. So this is GEC64 for Nintendo 64. This is actually the second game in the series. And if you're wondering why you had to vote for voices to be on, it's because, or not vote, donate. It's because
They're too good.
yeah, they're too good. But the voices lose about 3 minutes of time because at the entrance, beginning, and end of every level, Gex will pause to talk, and that adds up a lot of time over all the levels.
And he says like the same things pretty much throughout the whole game. So if you run this game at all, you like hear it in your sleep.
It's tail time. So I'm only going to mainly be collecting red remotes. I only get 2 gold remotes because bosses are necessary over some gates. Silver remotes are useless entirely. There's 2 silver remotes per level. One's hidden, one you get for collecting 120 of these random things that are on the ground. Most levels have 3 remotes, but some actually have 2. And I need 33 of the 35 red remotes in the game in order to complete it. Okay.
The camera in this game is absolutely phenomenal.
It's the best camera.
Flawless. It reminds me kind of like the Turok camera where like you can't really see where the platform's floating at in 3D space. You don't know how far it is from you, you don't know how high it is. It all kind of just looks the same.
Forget about it. That'll get old in 3 levels. So one thing to note about the movement is that there's kind of an acceleration to his movement. I have to be moving at top speed in order to get these karate kicks that help me go faster, and he also jumps higher at top speed. But yeah, that's great. Okay. You see, if after I got hit, I was moving slow for a little bit, so I have to wait about half a second to get back to top speed.
Yeah, so we touched on this a little bit. Every level has, or most of the normal levels have 3 red remotes, which let you progress through the game, basically. And you can kind of do them in any order, and beyond that, you can get like whichever ones you want. So he's gonna go to the levels that are fastest, and he might skip a few levels as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna be skipping Resopolis because that level takes 10 years to complete. And I'm going to be skipping the third remote, or second, I think, in Pain in the Asteroids.
Can we get a forget about it counter going?
Forget about it. You probably forgot about it.
Yeah.
There are times where I've forgotten what I was doing during this part, and I just walked right past this hunter and towards the first one again. I have to actually watch the hunter die and see the number appear, otherwise it doesn't confirm the kill.
Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, basically a lot of things in this game, if they're off screen, they don't move or do anything. They're basically unloaded, so the frame rate obviously is smooth.
It runs at 10 instead of 5. No, I didn't get on the Switch. Doesn't lose any time, which is nice. Okay, now I'm going to Smellraiser. The most interesting level in the game. Actually, no, that's not sarcasm. There's one that's less interesting.
Is it a good time to read donations?
Yeah, you can read donations for a little bit right now. There's one trick I need to explain, though.
Sweet. Big M donates $10 saying thanks to all the runners and all the organizers. Theo donates $50. Hello, I'm a long-time watcher but first-time donator this summer. I was excited to watch some of my childhood favorites mangled until they are unrecognizable, but unfortunately Twitch blocked me at work, so I have to watch the recordings. I couldn't let that stop me from donating, though. There are frames that need saving.
I can edge past. Never mind. I could edge past that bookcase and save like half a second.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna apologize for the amount of honks you'll hear.
Yeah, when you can't move the camera, it makes the worst noise in video game history.
I personally like it. It could be an air horn.
Get hype.
Okay, so this room loads instantly the second you enter the elevator. And when you enter the elevator, it forces you to the back. But if you have the camera facing the other direction, it'll force you right back out of the elevator and straight into that room. The elevator's just arbitrary. They just needed another reason to put a television at the end of the level. Make it more interesting, I guess.
What are you gonna do?
Now I need a break. You can probably read some more donations. This is
Sweet.
not
Okay.
much to say.
Chaos Savaria writes, "Love Gex. I've played it so much, and it's great to see it being run. Good luck to the runners, and thanks to all those who make these events possible."
So I'm gonna hold on to this Firefly because if I eat it now, I'm just gonna lose it later in the level. Because this game managed to have physics with water and fire somehow. But what the Firefly does, it increases my speed past top speed, so I can jump even farther than normal. And this makes some jumps that are impossible more possible, and some jumps that are hard easy. So this is when I'm gonna eat it. And I eat it right here to just avoid a little lag. This jump isn't possible without the Firefly.
What are you gonna do?
Now I have to backtrack through this level because the TV's halfway, but they spread the blood coolers throughout the entire level. Now the TV right next to me activates.
It'll start picking up here. Clip of the tongue. Clip of the tongue.
There's nothing special about this movie at all. Duration of it.
What are you gonna do?
I know. Probably gonna hear a lot more honks later with the camera. It just gets worse. Yeah, that's what I meant. I guess. I wanted to speedrun this game. It's a fun game.
Really convincing. Well done.
Reminds me of Halloween and Rip Taylor.
No, but like, this is actually pretty good.
Sometime now, pull out of Taylor.
Yeah, if you're not a 90s kid, you probably won't remember. You probably forgot about it. I don't know how many times I'm gonna make that joke. Hopefully not anymore.
So the first time I played through this game, I actually didn't find this level at all. It's kind of hidden.
Yeah. Pretty sure
Yeah.
this level's only on Nintendo 64. Not on PS. This level's terrifying. There's like this giant shark with big teeth. And it looks like there's blood in between his teeth. So I have to turn that on before I can flip the switches to open the gates. And I'm actually just spamming attack button right now. It's faster than standard swimming. Yeah. And swimming has really wide turns, so getting good movement isn't a thing here. Yeah, I actually have to close the door behind me in order to open the next one. And unlike the previous doors, this one opens from the top. And I'm turning the camera around here to avoid some lag. Because the Nintendo 64 game with water. This is actually a pretty hard jump. And yeah, it's hard to get because of the amount of lag in the room. It's difficult to determine when I'm actually going to hit the ground. No time. Yeah, this is the sound for not being able to control the camera. Speedrunning this game is an endless battle with the camera. And usually the camera wins. Walking down this mast is kind of hard because the camera is slightly tilted. Yeah. It's alright. I need to know how to tail balance. I don't even see the text. It's just not something I comprehend. Alright, there we go.
Yeah, so the camera's turning as you're walking down the mast, so you have to change your angle.
I don't
Otherwise
even
you'll just
try to
fall off.
change the angle. I'm afraid of what it would do.
Yeah.
Clip of the tongue.
Yeah, these levels have fantastic games. My personal favorite is Frankensteinfeld.
Oh,
Good level names. And these aren't just random objective points I'm getting. I actually have to swim to these archways. First time I played this, I thought I was just getting invisible checkpoints that somehow existed. Because I didn't read. No, I listen to the music. It's actually pretty good. You could probably read some donations right now.
Sweet. Okay, we've got a $5 donation from Rainbow Sprinkles. If you're still there, I loved your run, Lamb Chop. Or should I say I loved your run? A. Donation goes to Reader's Choice. $9.95 from Stogaz. Gotta love some Gex64. Played this a lot when I was young and still love it. Though admittedly, it hasn't aged quite well. Oh well, good luck on the run and hope the marathon continues to move well. Put it to the wonderful Runner's Choice. Also,
So good.
Leslie and Phillips greater than Dan Good for Gex. Actually, so that is a piece of trivia. The creators of this game were really into The Simpsons, and so they hired a Simpsons writer, Dana Gold, to do some writing and also voice act it. And then Leslie Phelps is the voice actor in Britain. Some Girl Zero. So glad I'm off work today so I can sit at home and watch SGDQ. Love everything I'm seeing so far. Keep up the great work, guys. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Hail from South Korea. Gex64 is one of my all-time favorite games as a kid. I was so young, in fact, I had to ask my dad who Boy George and Rip Taylor were. I had no idea. I played the game so much I would quote Gex at school. Lick the way to the top. Lick your way to the top, Albatross. And how about some high fives all around?
I would do it, but...
High fives?
Okay. So this boss has what's probably one of the only 2 points in the game with RNG. I am going to try to one-cycle this, but there's a chance that when I hit these blue flames back, that they'll jump over the blue flame and it won't kill it. But it's really rare for them to actually jump over the blue flame. Alright, there we go. And this opens the gate to the center area that I get to stare at for like 10 seconds.
Yep.
It's beautiful. Look at that architecture. I gotta write down that password. I've played about 7. I might need to walk through at one point. About 5 hours.
Reminds me of Halloween.
But you played 7.
Why do we let this guy in here?
This level's actually pretty dangerous.
He's the only person who's ever beaten the game.
I need this Firefly to make a specific jump in this level.
Ooh.
Oh. A lot of people die. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that was almost bad. The camera didn't do anything there. Usually I rely on the camera turning to get a good jump there. Yeah, I actually rely on the camera movement to survive. I don't know what I'm thinking. So this Firefly allows me to make this jump around the TVs. And I can't get the remote yet because there's a trigger right here I have to hit. And now I can get it. Normally I have to go around this labyrinth somewhere. On some off path that takes a while to get through. Pardon my tongue, darling.
Reminds me of Halloween at Rip Taylor's.
I don't get these references. I hope someone does.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes that camera turns around 180 degrees, so I wait a second.
Yeah, you just fall back the way you came.
Yeah. And sometimes up here the camera will just turn 90 degrees. Alright, it almost did it, but it decided to behave.
It wanted to.
Good camera. Nice camera. he screams.
So the buttons in front of the TVs, you can kind of walk onto them, but sometimes it just won't let you. Like you can walk against the side of it for a solid 5 seconds before it lets you walk on it.
Halloween at Rip Taylor's.
No idea why.
Use that at parties. All right, my camera's doing things right now.
Hog my tongue, darling.
Tried the new Gex.
They promised a 4th game, and I'm disappointed they didn't make it.
Can we Super Gex you?
Okay. That level went a lot better than I expected to. I expected it was 2 deaths. No, I didn't actually. It's 1. Yeah, probably 1. It's a really hard level. Pardon my tongue, darling. Tail time!
Voice completely changed.
It's the same voice actor.
Are you kidding? I imagine they had to pay him.
I'm gonna get it. At least I didn't fall off. Sometimes they'll push me off. Yeah, it was intentional. That's also intentional. These are some pixel perfect damage boosts I'm doing. Yeah, sub pixel.
All this technology so bad guys can hear Rush
The 2 for 1 package.
Yeah.
There's an enemy that, okay, I killed him so he didn't hit me and the camera's disobeying me. That was actually really good.
Yeah, that was solid.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna... Or not. Why is it, what? Is it like actually not working?
No idea.
Alright, there we go. They'll probably find nothing because no one knows these references. Wikipedia doesn't understand how this game came to be. Yeah, I don't suggest going to that website. I don't know what you'll find.
Tail time.
I think he's saying tail.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
it's
pretty
tail
sure
time.
it's tail time. Sometimes if I fall in these tunnels, usually it's supposed to send me back to the start, but there are some points where it can just kill me for, ooh. Yeah, just because it wants to.
Whew.
He's not catching up to me.
I should have just been a Maytag repairman.
I don't...
And why?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
My condolences.
Get this guy a microphone.
Pretty sure cool spot was before this.
Normally I'm supposed to walk to the back of this room and get one of the green power charge stations, but there's a ledge right there I can just jump up to.
A little time now, a lot of tail later.
He hasn't said forget about it in a while.
I miss forget about it.
Yeah, he did forget about it.
Okay. Forgets about
This level is pretty good.
it. This is a good level.
I'll beat this level, but in an hour I'll be home.
That's a Chinese food joke. I get it.
I'm glad.
So that roof doesn't exist, and I can just jump on top of the window. It's
Yeah.
possible to just break the window accidentally, and it's annoying when it happens. Alright, this is kind of tricky, and it's a recent trick, so I don't have... It's a tricky trick. Alright. I can only get on top of the sign from the front. If it takes too long, I'll just go the other way, but I really want to get this because it just skips the zip line. Oh, yes.
That camera was absolutely fantastic there.
I know.
It actually, yeah. It actually does rotate even on manual by itself.
I can hit this dragon twice, but I have to like delay each shot, otherwise it doesn't. Oh yeah, the chopstick repair sign is good.
Did you expect anything less?
For Gex about it.
Hashtag forget.
Okay, that was the good one. Now there's this one.
I'll beat this level, but in an hour I'll be hungry for
The camera can be a bit of a pain in this remote and every other remote, but especially this one. Usually it's manageable, but there's one room where the camera just sometimes doesn't do what I want at all. Honk honk. Is there a way to turn off camera noises? You can turn off the voices, but you can't turn off the camera noises. I don't.
It's a feature.
I'm just gonna get a life here because I'm sort of low and the camera's not turning around.
My name is King. I seek water.
Wow. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
And then Gex died.
My tail's gonna kick your butt.
Okay. So this room, the camera gets a bit tricky. Up here, sometimes the camera just won't even turn around. It did it, yay. Okay.
All right.
It's pretty easy to fall right there. Sometimes you can tell, you can tongue grab one of the pillars, and if it's moving away from you, you'll just tongue grab it a few times before inevitably falling. That's a lot of how a lot of moving platforms work. This level might feel a little repetitive, but it has really cool tricks in it.
The only thing this place doesn't have is a baby cat.
What does that mean?
Just catching my kicks.
Only 90s kids would say these things. I'm actually to come over here and recharge because I'll lose the charge halfway up this elevator shaft and I need it for a jump pad. This is called super tail bouncing. If I get a tail bounce on a ledge after I go off that pad, I get boosted up really high. That skips having to go around that area a bit. So unlike the other tunnels where the camera locks behind you, this one, the camera here will just do whatever it wants. Sometimes it might turn drastically to the left right there, and that could kill me if I am just mashing karate kick. Okay, this trick is pretty hard to get quickly. it's kind of like the Super Tail Bounce, but the platform is much lower and the camera is much worse. So I want to get a tail bounce off of this ledge to my right. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah, the ultra tail bounce is really good.
www.dork.com.
Dorks.
Slip of the tongue.
Okay. You can probably read some donation comments right now.
Sweet. Neko Luca writes, "Hey guys, Gex64 was one of my most favorite games of my childhood, and I have long forgotten it. But when it came on, I instantly remembered. Thanks guys. This won't be my last donation. Gex hype, putting it to red versus gold, name as Helix. Hail the Helix fossil." Lanix writes, "Heyo, this is Lanix. Shoutouts to the couch dwellers, and let there be mini blurbs. Gex and I used to have a love-hate relationship back when I used to play it. Had so much frustrating fun, but still love the music today. Donation goes to Goose." $35 donation from Taratorn. Thank you. Yuski Ku writes, "Good luck with the run, Albino. Also, don't forget to plug the car insurance."
Geico.
$40 from AlbinoAlbatross. "Shut up and take my money. Thanks to everyone for making this great event possible." $40 from Cabs. "Sadly, I can't watch the runs this week, but I know how much of a good cause this is for. Keep it up." $10 from the Fast One. "Hey y'all, huge fan of Gex, and it's crazy watching someone practically destroy this game, which took me years to complete. Good luck on the run, Albatross, and how about a round of everyone yelling, 'Tail time!'"
Tail time!
Tail time.
It's tail time! So I only have to activate this platform to get up here, really. It's tail down. So I'm gonna wait a bit on this one because the distance between me and that ledge is pretty deceptive. I've tried to jump it right away and it doesn't work. Okay, I've actually I've never had the camera turn that way for me.
A little tongue now, a lot of tail later. The only thing this place doesn't have is a baby gap.
I agree. So I was just walking without my feet moving. It's okay. Honk honk.
Alright, I'm actually gonna duck out and get ready for my race here, so I apologize for that, but good luck on the run.
Alright, good luck on your run. Yeah, I just basically get more height just by tail bouncing after the pad. I was told the technical stuff behind it, but I don't really understand it. It's a thing. Nothing about this game makes sense.
Boy, Tron didn't work once, it's not gonna work twice.
I think that was a Tron joke.
Good.
I rely on the camera being straight, and it is. For once. And I can get a little karate kick across that That platform would just take me up to the top area and just float me back to the start with a bunch of collectibles floating above the pathway. But I can just jump off of it to get further faster. That's one example of when the switch just won't let me walk onto it. It's actually not happened as much as I expected it would. So, like earlier, with the Firefly that made me move faster to get farther jumps, there's an ice fly in this level that does the same. Except if I hit anything fire related, I lose the effect, so... yeah, this level's full of lava. The creators were kind of jerks with this one. They put the TV within sight from an earlier point in the level to taunt you, I guess. But you can just jump up to it, and then jump across here to this TV. That jump's actually pretty difficult. I'm really happy that I got that first try. Well, it's not that difficult. Sometimes it's tricky with it. There are tricks I'd say are harder.
Yeah, if you want it.
There'll be a smoke belching factory here.
I don't see how a smoke belching factory can exist inside a cave. I disagree. I actually don't need the ice fly to make that I pass. It just makes it easier and I move faster, so I might as well grab it since it's on the way. That jump is a lot harder without the ice fly. Gexilla. The best boss fight.
Slip of the tongue. One day soon there'll be a smoke belching factory here.
This is a really short remote. Oh. Oh. Okay. And rather than climbing around the area, I can just boost to it. Alright, I can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Now time for the best boss fight. This boss fight's actually. I like the way the level looks. Just a bunch of. It's great. I didn't hit him. So if I make it so that he falls off this building the second he lands on it, I can get an extra hit while he's on the ground. And that becomes increasingly harder to get as the fight goes on, because he gets a lot of invincibility frames after he gets up or hits the building with the headbutt. I mean, yeah, as you can see, when he's on the ground, I'm hitting him another time for more damage. This actually saves a lot of time, if gotten numerous times. But sometimes he'll just teleport on top of a building. I don't know why that happens, and it makes it. One thing I have to be careful of is that some buildings fall at different rates. These, like, moderately tall buildings fall at a pretty good rate. But this stretch building over here, oh. That's okay. That's just one. The stretch building takes a really long time to fall, so it's really hard to knock it down at the correct time. He just went through the building. I think I've only missed one extra hit so far, so this is pretty good. Oh, this is where it gets harder, because now it's getting faster. Invincibility frames make it tricky. Ah, damn. That's okay though. So I missed 2 extra hits. It's actually pretty good. And by that I mean it's not terrible. I'll take this fight. Also, this reminds me of DK64.
That frame rate.
Did he just say something?
Yeah, he tried.
While screaming at the same time? That's
Yeah.
pretty... Damn. Yeah. Coming up is one of the hardest tricks in the run. And if I don't get it right away, it just gets harder. Unless I just reset the level. Then...
On my tongue, darling.
What I try to do at the start here is get 3 karate kicks and then 4 tail bounces. That's how I know that I'll get this cycle no matter what. But if I don't get it right away, it's hard to realign with the cycle. But I need to land on the swing from a spot where I shouldn't be able to land on it. Now it's just going to be a lot harder to get on. But I hesitated a little bit to start my tail bounces, so... Oh, that almost had it, actually. No, I'm not lined up. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. I thought I was actually falling to my death right there, so I tail slapped in order to exit level, but...
Oh.
I anticipated that completely wrong. This saves a lot of time, actually. Okay, there we go. Please. Oh, okay, so that shuriken can hit the darker door there, and it'll break, and he just barely missed it. If it does, I don't have to kill that guard and then wait for the door to open. Gex 100% would be collect all the red remotes, all the silver remotes, all the gold remotes. And I'd rather not do that because of the final boss. These really are independent, and it'd probably be a pretty long run. Then with that RNG at the end.
A little tongue now, a lot of tail later.
This remote's a lot easier.
My name is Kane. I seek water.
Rather than just jumping across these platforms, I'm just going to jump into the lava. That's easier, probably faster. I'm just going to take this damage because I just walked through spikes. Yeah, I'm not going to wait for that to go down. Wow, you jerk. That was mean. What kind of honorable warrior attacks someone in the back? So they intend you to just walk up this ramp and then change it from the other side, but I can tail bounce onto it as it goes back up. Alright, hopefully this guy won't kill me. Good. That's okay. If I tail bounce the other side, it's death, but... The only thing I want to take damage from in this remote is from the damage boost up the tower. If I take damage, anything else, it... Since there's 3 damage boosts and I only have 4. But there is a life I grabbed to shield one of the damage boosts. The only way I found that you can get onto this platform from that swinging platform is with a karate kick. My jumps never make it across. Either that or I'm not trying hard enough. Yeah. So the thing about green flies is that I can eat them to get health, but if they're just flying around me, they'll act as a shield for 1 damage.
Waiter, just box up the evil. I'll take it home.
How do you do that? Oh no. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Alright. See, after this one, I'm gonna get some enemies up on the tower. So if I took damage before, I'd only be at 1 health. And if I die on top of the tower, well, that's just bad. On the second rotating panel, I need to hit triggers, so I need to just sit on it. Otherwise, this platform, I can't just jump across straight to the end.
Licking my way to the top.
Looking my way to the top. This next world has that are skipped, and you could probably read a donation, a comment or two right now.
Sweet. I would say, so Scotty donates $20. Totally forgot about this game. Loved this so much. Keep up the great work, dudes. $40 from Chuck Taylor. $20 from Pubbin. Timed my vacation this year to be able to see as much SGDQ live as possible. Hope for a lot of rain this week.
So I can just jump off the right side here. That saves like a minute. And rather than walking across that platform, I'm gonna send them back. It'll bring me towards the end. So normally it wants me to go down there, as the camera just told you. Oh, that tail bounce canceled. This is slope jumping. There's a frame where I can get a jump off of slopes, and I just spam the A button hoping I get it. Yeah, that's 26 remotes that unlocks.
A little tongue now, a lot of tail later.
So now I have to destroy the 5 things, and I don't do the other remote.
All right, boys. Phases on stun.
There's not much to say about this remote, so
Okay. Lanky Kid, Albatross. Your dry commentary complements Gex' zany and witty personality perfectly. You two would make an awesome sitcom duo, the Gecko and the Albatross. The show writer writes itself, am I right? Let this go to Albatross's pick. He'll make it up to me with some royalties on the TV show later.
All right, boys. Phases on stun.
yeah, the sound effects in this game are great. Those things grab onto my head, they just suck the air out of me. Also, if you notice the start of the level, his mouth under that moment, so how he's breathing, I don't understand. And they also added an air mechanic into the space level when there's an underwater level without that. Just dropping down there skipped having to get on that elevator, and it's a cutscene, that elevator. That takes a few seconds. I'm gonna get air right here because he's suffocating. Maybe if the bottom of his helmet was sealed, it'd be better. I don't know in the Japanese version of this game, and I don't know if it has any differences. There's no text. So the lag just disappears. And then it comes back like halfway across. Alright, that camera almost killed me.
There's a gecko on my tail. R2, see what you can do with it.
I don't know why they put the air containers near the TV. It's kind of pointless. So I'm not gonna get that third remote. kind of long. So if you might have noticed earlier that I didn't go to fight Mushu Pork, that's because they designed this overworld a little bit wrong. This area is above the center of the overworld, and defeating Mushu Pork opens the red gate, and jumping off this right side puts me behind the red gate.
Oh, okay.
So Mushu Pork is completely pointless.
A little tongue now, a lot of tail later.
This level also has pretty good design.
Look, I just wanted
They
to
created
get
this
shot.
nice, elaborate platforming path where you had these difficult challenges to get to one of the remotes, and then they put this castle here that brings you halfway down that path. This is good music, by the way. This is what they played in the 90s.
He just goes.
Yeah, so this skipped a lot of the level. I'm gonna get on top of this TV here, I think. Yeah, okay. And get a tail bounce across. Good. These blocks are the worst thing ever. Okay, I got it.
Ooh.
Oh, I almost didn't. And the door's laughing at me. I can just jump on top of the door, then jump up to that ledge. And the TV's right up there on top of this tree.
Pardon my tongue, darling.
Ah,
Pardon my tongue, darling.
he's incredibly perverted.
Look, I just wanted the gift shop and the bathroom.
And now I go back to the TV that I passed earlier, and we get to hear the great castle music again that I actually really like. And now I get this TV. Oh, oh. There we go.
A lot of tail later.
Stepping on buttons is hard. Alright, I love this level name. Umpire Strikes Out.
Has anyone seen Fox Mulder's sister?
Well, has anyone seen her? So, up here I'm going to try to keep my camera to the right. It stops the platforms to my left from cycling past the point where I can jump to them. So I don't have to wait for them to go all the way around again. Okay, I just remembered that I was going to go for this. This level has the hardest trick in the game. And if I get this, I'm going to have a heart attack. Oh my god. No.
Oh, so close.
That angle is really precise on how to get that. It saves about 15 seconds. If I really wanted to go for it, because if I got it, that would have been great. That's a lot closer than a majority of the attempts I had, and I'm not going for it again.
Yeah, it pretty much just skips like a cutscene that comes up right after this platform section.
I really thought I had it for a second. No. It's calling to me. It wants me to do it. But this entire cutscene with the spaceship is... I just karate kick straight down to the platform it takes me to.
Pages on stone.
Because the walls on the outside of the platform don't really exist. So I just clip right through it. The Gex community isn't relatively big. The world record holder is EXE. He has about a 54 in the game. There's also Xandergoth, who recently started running the game. There's Andy Panther, who's working on the tests. There's portals. That's Piliano.
Licking my way to the top.
But everyone should really go follow EXT. He put a lot of work in this game, and he's brought it really far.
Licking my way to the top. Has anyone seen Fox Mulder's sister?
This is a pretty long remote, so you can read donations.
Okay. Chris donates $5. Keep up the nice runs, everyone. Also putting $5 to save the animals because time constraint hype. Otherwise, it's a good time to plug our charity again. We are running these games for Doctors Without Borders. They are an international medical humanitarian organization created by doctors and journalists in France in 1971. Today, MSF provides independent, impartial assistance in more than 60 countries to people whose survival is threatened by violence, neglect, or catastrophe, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, or natural disasters. In 1999, MSF received the Nobel Peace Prize for their efforts.
No. This level's really long and there's a lot of ways to take damage. But since this level's not much, I went through most of it. I'm not in danger of dying. Those like jumping off those platforms as it's rotating isn't that bad. I love the 5 frame rate right there. Okay, now the last level before the final boss, Pangea 90210.
Licking my way to the top. Add 1 million years, 2 white tigers, and we're at Siegfried and Roy.
Oh. Lost my momentum there for some reason. So it's nice that there's a firefly up here, because a lot of the damage that enemies do in this level, so it makes me the most. But there's not really anything that can hit me that puts me in danger anymore now that I'm on fire. The collectibles at 30, it changes to a different type of collectible, and at 40 it changes to another. And then once you collect 50 at that point, you get a silver remote, which does nothing useful. It's just a 100% thing. It's like coins in Mario. Alright, that was another slope jump.
Nice.
Pardon my tongue, darling.
And this remote's pretty short.
Add 1 million
You can read
years,
some
2
donations to
white
this
tigers,
remote.
and we're at Siegfried and Roy.
Sweet. Okay, so we have a $40 donation from My Pink Bunny. Thanks for all the great work you're doing. Keep it up. Also, we can go over our sponsors. Our sponsors are, we have a Humble Bundle going on right now that has several of the games from this marathon. Also, the Yeti has t-shirts for sale, and every $3 goes to Doctors Without Borders for the $11 shirt. So you should go
At 1 million years,
contribute.
Tigers, and we're at Siegfried and Roy.
That was a slight input mistake. I accidentally hit D-pad slightly to the right, and it messed my jump up. Camera.
Oh.
The camera just turned when I was holding it. If I hold it, it's supposed
A
to
little tongue now.
go
a lot of
slowly,
tail
but if I tap it, it goes fast. And I don't know why, I just decided to turn.
At 1 million years, 2 white tigers, and we're at Siegfried and Roy.
You know the lines? Forget about it. I missed it. Okay, camera. It hit me after it was gone. Okay. It's okay. I'm fine. The TV's right here. You can actually jump straight up to the TV.
Slip of the tongue.
And that's 33 remotes, so channel D is to activate right now, which is the final boss. Now, aside from Gilligex, this run really didn't have any RNG until this boss. And I'm sorry if I'm here for another 10 minutes. It's not my fault. It's that bad. My PV's about 57 minutes, I think. Yeah, I got it in the practice room. This music is really good, by the way. Right at the start, I'm gonna force him to. I'm gonna make him run into the lightning. TV of Life, save me. He's trying to kill me. He's coming after me. TV of Life. Wait. Oh, he missed. It's okay, I can hit him into it. Look at that spin. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. Just chilling. Wait. Now this phase is heavily RNG dependent, and I don't get the TV of Life to save me anymore. Dang. Yeah, you must have heard a funny joke.
Just got it.
Not one of the jokes came from. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, that's good.
The only thing more evil than I
But that's not where it matters.
Right.
I'm gonna get hit, let me laugh. Yeah, these are perfectly good TVs. I don't. Now he'll, on the first hit, he only swings from the top. He swings from the top 3 times. Now he's only gonna swing from the top twice. And yeah, I was too far away from the switch to make it. Each hit I do to him, he swings from the top one less time, and I need to make him hit the switch as he's swinging. And on the last hit, he only... I could make this. Nice piece from him. Dude, he really likes getting hit. I guess it's a funny joke.
He's just loving it.
He's enjoying this. Okay, now he swings to the side 3 times. And now the switch is gonna appear. To my left. Come on!
Oh.
Each time he doesn't give me, or each time the switch doesn't spawn right on top of me, I lose about 20 seconds.
Oh my god.
2 cycles. Or 3 now, yeah.
Yeah. So this is why the third phase is so hard, is because he only swings over the top 1 time.
And it's longer because he swings to the side.
Yep.
A lot of runs are killed by this for obvious. That, again, it's spawning in the same spot every time. Well, relative to my position, at least. That's 4 extra cycles. Yeah, it's cool boss. At least the music's good. So I get to enjoy it. Gex, shut up, I'm enjoying music. Oh, there you go. And time. Alright.
It's not bad.
No, this is it.
Aww.
Now the credits just play and they loop over and over again.
We're just gonna overview
The credits just show the locations of all the hidden remotes. So yeah, that's Gex64. That was 105's actually a pretty good time with voices on. That added about 3 minutes, and that bad RNG that added about 1.5 minutes. That was actually around my PB before. Without that time, that's about around my PB before I came to the marathon. Now it's 57. Thanks for watching.
Okay, that was AlbinoAlbatross playing Gex64. I've got a couple donation comments. Neckport donates $10. Someone give that guy in the light blue shirt some caffeine. So sleepy. Pax donates $50. I only want to say you are all awesome and keep it up. Keep up the good work. I think it is. Now please high five again. For those of you just joining us, this is Summer Games Done Quick. We are SDA, Speedruns Demos Archive, the premier community for video game speedruns. Completed games as quickly as possible through extensive planning, practice, and knowledge of game mechanics and glitches. You can follow us at our Twitch team at twitch.tv/team/SDA. We are also SRL, Speedruns Live, the best race video games online against other